Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video I wanted to talk about the top team for the Nocturne Judicator so far from the Vietnam server and why it is actually going to be very free to play friendly when it comes out on a global server and what you can do to prepare for this boss. Okay, so I want to show you guys, we are on my viewer's account and he just has Supreme Plus heroes, no Paragon upgrades, and he's rank 21 with 157 billion damage score. So the first thing I want to show you guys is that at level 891, his top score is 157 billion, and at level 880 with the same team, his top score is 156 billion, which is really showing you that like the score difference you get for each like even extra 10, 20, 30 levels, when you get to the higher level amounts is much lower, like the difference in stats you're actually getting. But specifically for this Primal Lord is different because a lot of the damage, actually almost all of the damage, is coming from the Midnight Hunter Golem, which is provided to you on your team. If you guys don't know what the Midnight Hunter is and you've never seen, like you didn't watch my previous video, I will show you guys a replay and you're going to understand this more clearly. But basically the idea behind the team formation is going to be filling it with support heroes to buff up the damage of Midnight Hunter as much as possible. So Midnight Hunter will start on your side of the battlefield in team formation. He cannot be moved. He will be in the frontmost position, so you can't see him here, but this is where I'm tapping between Sonya and Smokey. That is where he's going to be. And that is why you're going to go for a setup like this. Sonya buffing up the Midnight Hunter, and then also the twin. Elijah is going to be in the back here. Shakir Kruger linked by the Stellar Bond of the twins, and this is going to allow Shakir to end up in a position buffing up your entire team, including the Elijah, Sonya, Smokey, Kruger, and your Midnight Hunter. That is going to give maximum attack buff to all of your allies, increasing the damage of Midnight Hunter further. But when you take a look at the damage chart, it's basically only Smokey, Sonya, and then all of the other heroes don't matter. And so this is really important because when you look at who's linked by the Stellar Bond, it's Shakir and Kruger, which means you won't even need to have Supreme Plus of the twins. The major reason you run Supreme Plus of the twins is to give your Stellar Bond linked allies more attack so they can hit harder. But the thing is here, there's not going to be much survival issues. You're going to see it. So you don't need to have like that stat increase. And the damage from Kruger and Shakir is almost nothing. And so giving them Supreme Plus doesn't really matter. And then you might think, okay, what are the other things about the twins? Well, you want to give energy recovery to your team, the refund amount with their Mythic Plus. But the thing is, the Midnight Hunter, he doesn't have energy. Like, he does have an ultimate, which I don't understand, because when you look at the battle, his energy is not charging up. So I don't know exactly how that is working, but basically it just seems like the twins can work even at one copy. Like, ideally you would have them Legendary Plus, because then they have bonus haste and more haste to your Midnight Hunter, but basically it's just about stacking haste onto your Midnight Hunter for that damage. That is basically it. And so the twins will work at one copy, they'll work at Legendary Plus. I honestly don't think they need to go much beyond that. So this is actually, even though it has a twins, it's really free to play friendly. It will need Shakir at plus 10 exclusive equipment because this team is really centering around that. Sonya, like the more upgraded you have her, the more damage she deals, but like even at plus 10 exclusive equipment, that's enough. Smokey, again, if you can have him higher than plus 10, it will be more damage, but plus 10 will be good enough. And this is a team. So now guys, take a look at the replay and you're going to see what I mean. You start with the Midnight Hunter and his energy bar is not increasing. So I want to see what happens here. Like, if he casts his ultimate, do you see any energy refund to him? Like, the other heroes should be getting an energy refund after casting their ultimate, but it isn't exactly clear. But yeah, their energy bars are going to be filled up after they cast the ultimate. The Midnight Hunter just doesn't look like he's energy dependent. The ultimate seems to be more just like cooldown dependent. I don't know. And with the Blade Summon spell. So basically, this is just the team you're going to want to shoot for. And honestly speaking, I think it's going to be very difficult to find a team upgrade compared to this, because this team already is doing the best, and we're gonna unlock Mythic Charms during the duration of the Primal Lord being out, and Mythic Charms like skill power onto Shakir for more attack buff value, skill power onto Sonya for more of her attack buff value, skill power onto Smokey for more of his attack buff value. Like, this team is going to be, like, is using heroes which become way better when you get Mythic Charms. So like, this is gonna be even crazier when we do get that. And look at the Shakir positioning. He's buffing up as many allies as possible. He actually, I guess from this position, he's not buffing up Lila because she's too far away. And then also Sonya. But for some time, he was buffing up Sonya as well. So basically, this is going to be it. Like, they've already done testing on the Vietnam server. And honestly, looking at how this team is playing out, I do not think it is going to get any better than this. Now, one other thing just to mention is there are two key things you need in this Nocturne Judicator fight. One is debuffs that you can keep reapplying, that are non-permanent, and one is buffs that are non-permanent, because those are the effects. If we take a look at the skills of the Nocturne Judicator, he gains Ancient Blessing, and the only way to remove the stack of Ancient Blessing is inflicting a non-permanent debuff on him. And so Kruger actually has non-permanent debuffs. I believe Shakir's Vitality Decrease is also a non-permanent debuff. And then there is one more, but the other thing is that you also want to inflict or power up your Midnight Hunter with non-permanent buffs. If you take a look at him, we have Ancient Blessings again. He is going to gain an Ancient Blessing when receiving a non-permanent buff from an ally, and that is going to be the haste buff from Elijah and Lila from their ultimate cast. That is going to be oh, sorry. Then the other form of debuff is going to be Sonya's Charms. Sonya's Charms do count as a debuff, which is non-permanent and can be keep reapplied. So the attack buff from Smokey counts as a non-permanent buff. The attack buff from Shakira counts as a non-permanent buff. Kruger's debuffs, it doesn't specifically like say that they are non-permanent. However, inflicting them with a stack of Shatter Armor. But anyway. And that is basically just going to be the team comp and why it is so effective and why it's going to be pretty free-to-play friendly as well. Now, the key thing will be, and this will set your score apart, you will need the Mauler faction talents, but I'm going to go into that. I'll just try to remember that. But I think the thing that will set your score apart is really the Mythic Charms, because they're going to unlock Mythic Magic Charms, like, I think in 5 days from right now. And then Primal Lord will probably go down in, like, 9 days from right now. And so you won't have very much time to acquire those Mythic Charms. And so if you can save your Dura Sweep tickets, for example, like he's done here, that's really what I'm planning to do as well. Or you just need to get lucky or just craft the ones you want. But definitely I think the priority will be from that team. Shakira Charms number 1, then probably Sonya Charms number 2, Smokey Charms number 3, and Twins you will buy from the Charm Merchant, so those are also number 4, and then 5 Kruger Charms are least important because it's only for his own damage. So that's basically what you're going to want to do. And it won't really come down to your levels like we saw. 156 billion he got with like level 880, not even 881, and 891, which is like 2 level 1 thresholds higher than 880. Because 881 then 891, it only got 1 billion higher score, so your level will not matter as much. Now for the Mauler faction talents, you actually don't even need it that upgraded. This skill effect upgrade is never going to trigger because you're never going to kill the prey. The prey is going to be the boss, which will not be killable. And then the other thing is here, you don't need damage reduction. You saw the fight, there was no survival issue, so this damage reduction stat is useless and the HP is not needed. And this one, Life Drain, again, you don't need it because you are not having survival issues. You don't need this health. All you need is energy on hit that increases your damage output very slightly. Attack over here, some increased damage to the prey, and then attack over here. So basically, you can just get by with 5 Mauler faction talents on stage 3. So 25 in total. So again, you won't even need that much investment into this. And this is why on my account, I'm not using my paid Diamond Instant AFK attempts anymore because I'm just saving from now, and like you guys are gonna see that in Nocturne Judicator, even if you're 10, 20, 30 levels up on your other other competition, what it will really come down to in the end is the exclusive equipment upgrade of your heroes, like especially Smokey and maybe Sonya, because their damage output is pretty high. And then also it will come down to your charms and getting the mythic charms. Whoever gets those mythic charms on the key heroes, they're gonna get the top finishing score for Primal Lord. There's no doubt about that. But anyway, guys, share your own opinions in the comment section. What do you think about this team? Are there any other ideas you have? But basically, this is how you want to prepare for the Nocturne Judicator when it comes out. I recommend everyone, even the free-to-play players, to be using the twins, because I do think they're going to work even at one copy and be the most effective option, because they provide the non-permanent stat buff and the haste, which is really valuable for the damage output of your Midnight Hunter. You're going to need to have the twins, even one copy, and I think most people would have one copy by now, but aim for Legendary Plus. That is really going to be the big breakpoint, because then that gives a bonus haste. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. That's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys are not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe. We're on our road to 20,000 subscribers. Hopefully we can hit it before the end of the season. And also, guys, feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. We have 2,775 active members and chat about everything related to AFK Journey. So I look forward to to seeing you guys there. But I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now, and thank you for watching.